What's up, guys? Cat Daddy Crypto here. You know what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date with news around Kaspa and Kaspa's ecosystem, as well as the rest of the crypto market. Subscribe and like this video. Let's get it. What's up, guys? Let's talk about rug pulls, as it's a very relative topic today. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Mantra and then correlate that to why I myself invest in Kaspa rather than a lot of other projects out there on the market. Now, Mantra was, for those of you guys who don't know, was the top, I believe it was the top RWA token built on Ethereum in the space. And in the last 24 hours, it went from a $6 billion market cap all the way down to $782 million in market cap. That is a 90% drop in a matter of hours. Now, it's important to note that this project was heavily VC backed and had a lot of allocations to the team and early seed investors. And that's why you got to be careful with these type of projects, because the team can choose to dump all their tokens and rug the project if they so choose to. Now, I don't know if that's actually what happened or if there's something else going on here, but nonetheless, does it really matter? Because if we come over here and look at Crypto Rank, which is a very good website, you guys, if you've never heard of it, it'll give you every bit of information on any token that you can possibly imagine in the crypto space, and all in one spot. Now, if we come over here to vesting, right up here, we're going to get the tokenomics and the vesting schedule for Mantra. And if you look here, we've got 49% of the tokens, which are legacy tokens. I'm not even sure what that actually means, but I would imagine a lot of those are owned by the team. You got to remember too, on tokens like this, they use words that will throw you off base and lead you away from the fact that the team probably owns them or early seed investors. And let's just say, for this video's purpose, that these legacy tokens were actually tokens put out in the market for the public, right? You still have the team that owns the other 50%, or early seed investors, VCs, that own the other 50% of the tokens. So nonetheless, you've still got 50% one way or another, right? You could have more as far as team and early backers. Now, these legacy tokens were done getting vested and all out in the market roughly at the beginning of March or sometime in February of 2025. And it wasn't more than a month or two later where the token collapsed. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it. If these were early investors and team members, maybe they dumped their tokens. Maybe they set it up and rugged the project. I don't know. It could have been somebody from the outside that came in and tried to eliminate the project as well via short sale. I don't even know how they do it, but there's ways to get inside and tank the price of a token from the inside out if you have enough money, right? Normally that's a coordinated attack by multiple different sources. Okay, I'm not going to speculate exactly what happened here, but the writing is on the wall right in front of our face that this project, literally down 90% in the matter of hours, it fits my definition of what a rug pull looks like. Okay, if we come over here to Twitter, Crypto Banter Ran Nooner is a huge proponent of Mantra. Been talking about it a lot for quite a while now. I imagine he holds a very large bag of it. He interviewed the founder of the Mantra token today, and this is what the founder said. Okay, I maintain that this was not an exit scam. So then Rand says there's something else going on here. I'm not telling anyone to buy, but if it's not a rug, this is not a natural dump. So he's indirectly telling people to buy this token. At least that's what I get from this tweet. And I actually commented, by the way, follow me on X if you guys don't, at Cat Daddy Crypto. I've started getting more active on X, so make sure you give me a follow. But telling people to buy a rug pull after it's already rugged is why crypto needs to massively grow up. The cream will always rise to the top. Hashtag Kaspa. And it's not always a direct line to the top. You'll have, projects that outrun it for a little bit and then fall, kind of like what just happened. But eventually, projects will get to where they are meant to be. And I believe Kaspa is meant to be higher than it is right now. Nonetheless, you've got Rand indirectly telling people he's the biggest crypto influencer in the space. I believe he's the biggest, number one right now. And he's indirectly telling people to buy a project that potentially just rug pulled. And the founder said this was not an exit scam. What do you think he's going to say? Do you think he's going to come on Crypto Banter and talk to Rand and tell everybody that they coordinated this with all of the founders and rug pulled and exit scammed their project? Absolutely not. So he said what any founder of any project would have said when their project was rugged. He says, we did not do this. And it looks like Rand buys that hook, line, and sinker, says there's something else going on here, and indirectly, you might want to buy this project because the risk reward is at an all-time high. Now, this is why you need to be careful who you listen to in the space, because there is a chance, I guess, that this project does come back to life, okay? But the vast majority of times that this type of dump, 90% in a matter of hours, happens, the project is usually dead and there's no coming back for it, okay? We have multiple examples of that. And if we come down here, shout out to Crizzy.eth because he posted a tweet from Rand in 2022 after Terra Luna effectively did this exact same thing. Terra Luna was a bigger project on a bigger scale, but it effectively did the exact same thing that Mantra is doing right now. Rand also owned a hell of a lot, like triple digit millions, if I remember him saying right, of Luna token. And I'm sure he owns a hell of a lot of Mantra as well, because he's been talking about it for a while. Buying Luna now, this is May 11th, 2022. Buying Luna now is the best risk-reward trade I've seen in a long time. There's a chance that it goes to zero. But if it doesn't, you may pick up tokens at a crazy price, or at crazy prices. It's an all-or-nothing trade, but I think a smart one. And Luna is still dead to this day. It's completely just gone down to fractions of a cent at this point. And it was over 100, I think it was up to $120 at the peak of last bull cycle. And so it's down, many of hundreds of percents. And so this is what I want to caution you guys with. Listening to somebody who's already put out a tweet very similar to the one he just put out on Mantra with Luna back in May 11th, 2022. Luna did not make a comeback. It is still dead. Anybody who bought back in May of 2022, the Luna token is still down massively. Like really massively. I don't know what the price of the Luna token is in May 11th, but I'm actually going to go look that up because I wonder how far down everybody is at this point on the Luna token. So we're going to do this on the fly here. As you can see, the Luna chart looks excellent right now, right? That's another rug pull. And the founder back then of Luna also said, because what else is he going to say? Oh, we had nothing to do with it. We were attacked. Whether that's true or not, when projects go down like this, they usually do not recover. But May 11th, 2022 would have been somewhere on this really steep decline here. Okay, it's hard to see here because it's such a straight line down. It doesn't give me the exact number, but it's somewhere in between a fraction of a cent and $70. Sorry, $30. So somewhere in between $30 and a fraction of a cent is when he was telling you to buy this thing. And it's completely flatlined, as you can see. So that, my friends, is the lesson for today. Any of you guys who were not here last cycle, I would highly recommend staying away from the project Mantra at this point in time. Now, there is a chance it recovers. I think the chance is very low. And I would highly recommend not touching it because the risk to reward is not very good. That's just my personal thoughts. Now, if we come back over here to CryptoRank and we search Kaspa, remember that vesting schedule that I showed you guys for Mantra, and all centralized proof of stake cryptos have some sort of vesting schedule, some sort of allocation chart. None of them, except for maybe some of the meme coins, are fairly launched. And even those, when they say fairly launched, there's usually some backers that are undisclosed that were early investors in these meme coins, which is why they have such a drastic drop off after they get to a certain high in price. Now, if you look here, there's nothing here that says vesting. Okay, Kaspa doesn't have a pie chart because it was 100% fair launched. There is no allocations to the team. There is no allocations to seed investors. There is no allocations to VCs. There is no allocations to any early investor that got to buy in before the token launched. Okay? It was all able to be fairly mined after the launch of the project. Okay? So that is the difference. It's more decentralized and a much, much, much lower chance of having something like this happen to it. It would take a massive coordinated attack in order for something like that to happen to a fairly launched project like Kaspa. Okay? So, when it's all said and done, this is the reason why that the vast majority of my crypto holdings are in a project like this. Clean, fresh, and no BS behind the scenes. It's pure. Okay? That is what I want to get through to you guys today. Most of you guys already understand that, and that is amazing. But for the ones that don't, remember, rug pulls happen all the time in crypto. And just about 100% of the time, they happen with centralized, proof of stake, highly allocated to the team, token-wise projects. Okay? Kaspa is the complete opposite of that. So in the meantime, guys, continue to pack your damn bags before it's too late. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.